Welcome back to the Hardforking channel, voted the best crypto channel by my mum and a couple of other people. But yeah, we are actually pretty good. We are pretty good. So you might want to watch this right through to the end. We're going to be looking at some charts, giving you the latest news, telling you what we've been investing in and why. Joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Mathematics and Leanne. How are you, people?
Good afternoon.
Hello, hello.
So here's some good news, people. Major wallets, the whales, buying right now. Bitcoin miners not selling. All-time low sales from the Bitcoin miners. These are good things. El Salvador making Bitcoin legal tender. And Panama is also joining the party on that front. Now, interestingly, Panama doesn't actually have any legal tender. Our company is actually registered in Panama. I made a crypto payment to the corporate secretarial service today. They are really looking to be the country for crypto. So we're going to be following Panama's progression as well. What do you two think of this recent dump? Did it scare you? Is it all over? Are you out of here?
Ah, man. It's not our first rodeo.
No. I didn't have any Wi-Fi. My provider said there was an international connection issue, so I just had to sit on the couch and know that I wasn't in any leverage trades, so that was fine.
Yes, I think what we just saw was basically the market being excessively long and the leverage traders got smashed. So my thoughts go out to those of you that took a hit there. But the show isn't financial advice, even though we do look at the charts. It's just our thoughts and opinions. We'll be getting to those charts in a moment. But Jesse, firstly, it's been a week. Tell the audience what you have been up to in the crypto world.
Anyone who was following the Bored Apes, we got a drop of mutant serum that allowed us to turn our apes also into a separate mutant ape. But I, knowing that the Sotheby's sale was coming up and everything, I also grabbed myself a Bored Ape kennel dog, just so I had the whole set. Speaking of which, though, I did notice that RTFKT Studios, which happens to be kind of a NFT swag company. They make stuff like shoes based on the punks and stuff. They just announced a Bored Ape / mutant ape shoe collection coming out, and all the ape squads are going ape shit crazy right now. And so yeah, that's a little something to look out for. What I find interesting is no matter if the market dumps, or if someone tweets something horrible, or the world comes to an end, the apes stand strong in their Discord, just laughing. They just seem they're making ape noises together, and all is well in the ape world. Maybe that's part of I think that is part of the pizzazz of being in that community. They're just happy as an ape.
Can you do an ape sound or not? I just sounded like a chimp.
Right? We're all doing it.
We're actually in the process of creating some Hardforking NFTs at the moment. So if you are interested in getting involved in that, if you've got some skills around that, hit us up. Obviously, Jesse's made a pretty awesome track, but hearing your ape noises, maybe we should be doing something for that community as well.
I see a future in it.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So Leanne, you have been talking about soul for so long. That I bought some. Because everything was crashing.
Oh, what price did you get it at?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. You just press buy. So yeah. I was wanting to buy. You know how I've been taking profits? I had a dip capital ready to buy some more on the dip, and my internet was out, and I didn't have any stink bids set yet. So that's a shame. But I'm still happy with the position I have. And can I tell you what I've been doing this week?
Hell yeah.
Well, the NFT thing. So you gave me a challenge of producing an NFT, and I'm kind of halfway there. I've actually bought a whole lot of paints and drawing things that I used to do a lot, but guess what? I don't even want to touch them. I picked them up and I'm like, it's not what I do anymore. I've evolved since then. So I'm a very good illustrator, but I just had no passion I bought all the stuff and I just sat there staring at it, and that just didn't fulfill me. So I ended up doing something that I love doing. I took a whole lot of photos of things on the beach that I love, that I stare at every day. And I'm in the process of working with another designer and putting my ideas together with her. And I'm coming up with some cool artwork. So stay tuned. Maybe next week I can show you those.
Tuned, I will stay.
Yes.
Oh, for awesome. Fantastic, Leanne. We look forward to seeing those, don't we, people? We'll get to the charts in a moment, but yeah, look, I've had a pretty epic week. I've made some good trades. Some things I've been waiting on for a while came off. I had a couple of negatives too. And any Binance people watching out there, sort yo shit out. For the second time now, I cannot move funds on your exchange. Yeah. I've been a customer for 6 years, but I can trade on your platform, but good luck trying to get it off. Can somebody please sort this shit out? I'm over it. Yeah. Oh no, I'm done. Once I'm done with Binance, once I can get my funds out of there, I'm not using it again. But yeah, also we were talking about El Salvador, a token that I've brought up on this channel previously, which is the AMP token by Flexa. Flexa are down in El Salvador at the moment, looking to implement payment rails. But once again, anybody from that particular project, I'd like to hear from you, because I unstaked my coins and I'm no novice. I've been doing this for a long time. My coins are gone. Where are my coins, Flexa?
Donde está my coins?
Yeah. So that's my whinge. That's my whinge for today. Other than those two scenarios, it's actually been a damn good week. Exciting news from some of the projects that Hardforking is involved in, with 9 Chronicles launching $2 million in prize money. That begins today, people, so go check that out. Shall we dive into some charts, peoples?
Yes, let's. Nayib Bukele, as we know, Bitcoin's become legal tender in El Salvador, so very exciting news. So I've put his tweets in that they just bought 200 new coins, making them hold a total of 400. This was right at the top here. And then they bought some more on the dip, 150 new coins added, which I love seeing that. And it reminds me of Michael Saylor. So, you know, they're our Bitcoin heroes with a lot of faith in the system. And
is that the president?
Yes, that's the president.
So just so we know, it's 2021, and the president of a country is announcing how he's buying the dip. That's where we are, guys.
This is where we are.
He's given $30 worth of Bitcoin to everyone in the country that's setting up a Bitcoin wallet as well.
Which will bring up some tweets next about how it's being used, so we can see it in action. So yeah, I love that his faith that he bought the dip, because often we're seeing Michael Saylor say, I bought the dip, I bought the dip, I bought the dip. But now I've got the president of El Salvador doing that. So just fills me with a lot of optimism about the space, even though Bitcoin's taking a tank at the moment. So we did, just to give a little quick synopsis on what's happening with this, we hit that resistance level, the high energy level. We couldn't, it was a bit of a FOBO, which is a fake out breakout. We're still in a green wave, so we're still in an upward trend according to my charts. That's what dip capital's for. That's why you don't go all in at once if it was a trade. That's why you hang on to a hodl if you've got a hodl. And it looked like a mini distributive top like it did over here. So if this is only a mini version of that, that's just one leg up in the march to 100,000 in my opinion. And the RSI is quite oversold, so we should expect that to bounce a little, and then we have to, again, it's a wait and see, and we need to make some decisions at where it sits at around the 48,600 mark. If it comes up to test that, that's where my eyes will be. If it gets rejected there, we've got some early warning signs on my indicator. So let's see. On the El Salvador news, we've got a few tweets here to have a look at. We've got, front page of the newspaper. And we also have a small clip that was on Twitter of the Bitcoin transaction happening in real time in Starbucks.
Sería una serie de 13 con 10.
Perfecto. ¿Qué saldremos?
Sí, hoy sí está aprobado.
Perfecto. Gracias.
So for me, that was like, we can have these news events and stories come out that El Salvador's adopted Bitcoin and how wonderful is that. But until we actually see the application in real time, it doesn't make sense to most people. So that's why I love this clip, and it really, it's wonderful to see. And when big also corporations like Starbucks, and I know that a big department store in El Salvador is taking it on as well, it's just that little ripple effect. And if El Salvador can be a model for this, then I think it's just, the beginning, and, there's 194 other countries to go. And I know that the moment that we had that Bitcoin day where everyone got their $30 of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dumped. And Peter Schiff took it upon himself to make these, outlandish comments that he does about gold and Bitcoin. At the same time, Michael Saylor made this comment too, and we'll have a look at that. And I hope these tweets go down in history who will come out the winner. I noticed Willy Woo said the only thing gold was good for was in teeth. He said that on Twitter. I thought that was quite funny. Gold has amazing store of value in your teeth. And remember, my grandparents used to have gold teeth. And, I just know...
I didn't know your grandfather was Flava Flav.
I think in the 70s, Europeans had a lot of gold in their teeth. They were...
The true OGs.
That's you didn't put that rubbish metal stuff in there. You put the good stuff, the gold. So I'm backing a pioneering president who is young. He has vision, and I really want that to succeed, and for it to be a model of what is possible, because there's not enough leaders looking at what is possible.
Correct. So, for me, the interesting one, I mentioned Panama at the top of the show. I almost find what's happening in Panama even more interesting, because in El Salvador's case, they're declaring Bitcoin to be a legal tender, which means that companies have to take it. Panama is a different situation where they don't actually have a legal tender. And listening to some of their politicians talking on this, what I find fascinating here is their view is that this just completely opens them up for the future of technology. Anything can be accepted, which I find, that to me is, wow, that's even a step ahead. Obviously, we've got Cuba looking at Bitcoin at the moment. Do you think, Leanne, we're hearing from out of the US again that the SEC may well sue Coinbase over its plans to offer a lending product? I think big business, who obviously finances the politicians, are obviously starting to get a bit worried here. Do you think these two things are potentially related?
The only thing stopping the New World Order with digital tracking and wallets and social credits is a decentralized system, so of course they're going to crack down on it.
If anyone wants to see something that's at least inspiring, seeing large groups of people hold it down for what they believe in, the Brazilian largest pro-freedom rally, I think, in history. Take a look how many people are there.
Woo! Achieve it.
That's
wow.
That's not 100. That's not 10,000. We're talking what looks like, that was just one shot. We're talking like 1 million people.
Wow, that gives me goosebumps, yeah.
These are people that are fed up. and they want what they want. They don't need to be told what they will have. They're saying what they want. It's a large group of people, man. It is
Yeah.
inspiring, and I think it's stuff like this that
Wow.
reminds me that we're not only in a world of leaders that are how many people? 5,000, 10,000 people that want to rule the world. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. So yeah,
That's
pretty
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for showing that, Jesse. That's I think it moves me profoundly because we've talked about it. Why do we believe in Bitcoin? It's for all of these reasons. It is the symbol of freedom at the moment in allowing you to live a life outside of the system. And living a life out of the system takes a lot of courage. And the simplest way for you to show your disdain for what's happening, if you are a person that doesn't, feels that something's not right, then buying Bitcoin is one of the ways you can make a protest. And it's so cool to see Brazil doing that. And you've spoken about Panama. We've got El Salvador. Was it Cuba? Did you say Cuba
Yep.
as well? And I know in Costa Rica, the government has declared that salary is allowed to be paid in cryptocurrencies as well, a portion of their salary. So that's a new thing for Costa Rica. So the Central and South American countries are going to be where all eyes are at, and Africa, because this is where the most change and the most fight for freedom has happened over the last few decades, right? And they got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose.
Leanne, a little bit of news out of your old country.
Oh dear.
Not that it's old; it's one of the newest
It is-
countries.
it is
although
my
the
old
Aborigines
country.
wouldn't agree with that.
It's her old country.
Macquarie Bank, big investment bank in Australia. Know a number of people at high levels in that bank, and they've always talked crap about crypto. But Macquarie Bank is partnering with Blockstream, who company I admire. Got some good friends there. They're setting up a mining operation together using renewable energy. A lot of money behind it. So there you go, big Australian financial institution getting into Bitcoin mining.
They all come crawling back.
Yes. I don't. Yeah, I'm not really interested in hearing anything out of Australia at the moment, unless it's good news. It's icky.
You got smashed by the All Blacks again over the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you make an NFT about that or what?
No, but I think we may have covered it on last week's show. Dan Carter, our most famous All Black ever, has launched an NFT company called Glorious. So yeah, look for. In fact, he retweeted our tweet on that last week. So come on the show, Dan.
Hey, Sean, have you picked up a cricket NFT yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Don't
They
get
keep
started.
selling out on me.
Don't get him started. Oh my.
All right, just
Oh, I want one of Leanne's NFTs, and then obviously a version of the one you're making as well.
Actually, the NFT that I'm just about to finish today actually reminds me of the clip Jesse just showed.
really.
Ooh, little
Yes.
teaser there.
Yes, it's very much symbolic of the clip, and I
Is it
didn't
Viva
know.
la Revolution?
There's a few of that in there. Yes, yes.
Any ideas on how many you're going to mint, Leanne? Is it a one-off, or are you going to make a few?
I'm going to try and make a few.
Because I want one.
Yeah, I'm going to try and make a few, and because this is new for me, I'm just feeling my way into it. But it's all my design. I used to own a handbag and shoe company where I did all the designs, and that's actually bringing me back to my design love, which is not so much the hands-on stuff, but the concept creation and photography and nature and graphic design and visual elements of mixed media. So blah, 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 blah. I love it. Okay.
So we're going to get to some more charts in a moment, but I love stats. I wanted to throw a few more at you. I did talk about this yesterday on the show with Baloo, but just what amazed me, this statistic, that back in 1997, there were 140 million users of the internet. and the internet was growing at 60% a year between 1990 and 2000.
Okay.
So remember that figure, 140 million users. Today, we've got 140 million users of crypto. There's one big difference though. What is that, I hear you ask? Well, crypto is growing at more than twice the rate of the internet, which by 2024 is going to mean that 1 billion of you will be using crypto.
Ooh, that's
You are early, people. Give yourself a pat on the back.
That's a very good stat. That's the best stat you've pulled out of your hat for a while.
Got another interesting stat. Ethereum.
Oh no.
The top 10 ETH addresses actually hold 21.38% of all Ethereum, which is a little bit of a worry. But those big Ethereum whales have been increasing that position. I started the show by saying whales are buying. Well, what does that tell you, people?
Wow.
The retailers get scared. Who buys the coins at this point? The big boys. What does that mean, big picture? Probably going up. So just bear that in mind, not financial advice.
I don't need charts. I just need to listen.
Sean's stats. We're going to buy Sean's stat corner. All right, I'm the stat man quite clearly. Let's look at a chart.
I'm the stat man. Dee da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dee da da.
Wasn't
What
it
was
scat
that?
man?
Oh, scat man.
Isn't that shitting? Scat is like,
Yeah.
as Leanne says, taking a big dump.
Poopy doopy doop poop poo doop poop.
Okay, I have a chart in follow through with the El Salvador news. Whilst everything was dumping, this coin was pumping. Algorand.
Ah.
Yeah, look at it go.
How long did I hold this? Because it's a great project run by a very smart man out of MIT, and it did nothing forever, and I sold it.
I know, it was really, we were looking at it here where it wanted to break out. It had this giant cup and handle, and it couldn't do, and it rolled over when Bitcoin rolled over. But I know, a lot of people love this project, and now we know why, that El Salvador, he's working with them to do some asset tokenization and some blockchain storage. So, watch this space, and well done anyone that knew great detail about that project and felt strong enough to hold on to it. So now it was the quiet sleeper.
Yeah, go and look at the team behind this project, people. They are unbelievably talented. But yeah, I held it for so long because of that team. And it did nothing.
It was a
And then
frustrating.
wham!
Yeah.
So you weren't holding
when
it
that happened.
because you believed in the team after all. You were just waiting for it to do something.
Yeah.
Patience.
Thought.
I don't have it.
Young Padawan.
Yeah. Lesson learned. There's still time. We're early. Might buy it again.
It might be the soul of El Salvador, right? So speaking of which, I'm not going to go on long about this. We had our entry down here. It broke my fib level, so I had to do some new ones this week. So I've reconfigured my Fibonacci levels, and we've already gone through this one, and our next target is 253. This beast ain't stopping. It's got too much, it will have its pullbacks, but it's just got too much going for it at the moment. It's the FTX ecosystem and NFTs and all the things. It's just not screaming stop yet.
Leanne, did you see that I shouted you out in the last gaming episode?
Oh, no, I didn't see it yet. What did you say?
I did a little moment on Genopets, which is on the Sol blockchain.
Okay.
And I just said that I thought you and Blue would be interested in it because it's a mixture of fitness. It's move to earn. It's kind of like a fitness-based play to earn type of thing, and it's on the Solana blockchain. Genopets.
What's the name of the project?
Genopets.
Geno.
Pets, like a pet.
Pets.
Yeah, the NFTs and play to earn and all of that, and it's all about movement, physical movement.
So are the pets moving? Or
I think it'll be a
Right.
combination of your typical play to earn, but also your physical movement is a part of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'd take my phone to my dog. It's been running around for the last month. I've made a fortune.
that dog is making him a millionaire.
I have this feeling. This is my intuition again. My intuition is there's going to be a very big announcement over the next week or two. Something to do with Sol. I feel like there's something happening that we don't know about. So I'm
In our soul.
I feel in my soul there's something happening.
Quite a big, not really an announcement yet, but we've got this article about Twitter looking to incorporate Bitcoin tipping. Yeah, just reports at the moment, but we know Jack Dorsey is a big fan of Bitcoin, so hopefully we're going to see this soon. In my experience, running a Bitcoin website for 3 years, Bitcoiners aren't big tippers.
No, it's
Maybe Bitcoiners are tight asses.
Sorry.
Can I just say, so if you're talking about charts, after that big dump, the only thing on my list that was just still going harder than a goddamn juggernaut running through an army was nothing less than HEX.
Oh yes, HEX.
Oh Lord!
Just fucking hit, just going forward.
What? Good God!
It doesn't matter if the market dumps or doesn't dump.
HEX. I forget about that. It's a beast.
I had 250. Well, we got $250 each of HEX when we had Richard Hart on the channel.
It's a lot more than that now. I tell you what.
Oh, what? It's like 40 grand or something.
I thought you just said something rude there.
Each.
Look at this tweet he did today. This was a couple of hours ago. He says, "I never thought I would see this day. I won't believe it's real till it's that way for a week. HEX on number 4 on CoinMarketCap."
What?
And then, just an hour later, haha, the truth telling lasted only minutes. It's gone now. Because obviously you look at cryptocurrency prices now, and HEX is nowhere to be seen on the the CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, well, look, people that hold HEX, hats off. Wow.
Yeah, definitely one of my
HEX holders.
better returns. I mean, just case in point, it does happen in crypto, people. A couple $100 is worth tens of thousands in white. I think we got those back in November.
Yeah.
And when did you have, as you just said before, Richard Hart on?
Richard Hart on.
That's what Sean said before.
Dick Hart on.
We had Richard Hart on. I'm like, huh? What he was trying to say was they had Richard Hart on
The show.
the show.
Yes. I think, I don't know, it was like September sometime. September. The community gave us, somebody donated $1,040 worth of HEX tokens to us, which we, as we always do, we shared it amongst the Hardforking crew. So we got a couple $100 each, and
Hey,
bam.
I guess it was worth it to them because to this day we're still talking about them.
True that.
Wow.
Let's get them back on. Come on, Richard. Hard on.
I've got to shut my mouth now. Oh.
How are we going to finish the show today? I know, for anyone that's feeling bad about losing some money in probably what would have been a leverage trade for you, here's a little clip from 2013. This is a guy that threw his computer away. Pretty well-known story, but I just ran the math on what this has cost this guy. When this clip came out, it was $6.5 million worth of Bitcoin. I just did the numbers now. This guy, $340 million worth of Bitcoin that he threw into a rubbish dump. Check it out.
Any hesitation, any moments before you chucked it in with the boxes and the bottles to bring down?
As soon as I put it in the bin at home, I had a second thought, in the back of my mind. You've never thrown a hard drive out before. Why start now? You shouldn't do this, sort of thing. A little demon in the back of my head, sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't take it out. It stayed in the bin and then came down to the landfill site here with the other bags that I brought.
You brought the bags down, you threw them in there, didn't think twice before driving off. When did the penny drop that actually what you'd thrown away was worth a fortune?
When I started to hear stories of, the Silk Road shut down and obviously other individuals making their profits and their millions. The penny dropped then, that I had 7,500 bitcoins on a hard drive that I'd thrown out a few months ago.
That hurts.
Oh yes. So, mathematics. So we got a Lian NFT on the way. Hardforking is also working on some at the moment with some of Jesse's music. So, as we always do, playing us out some wonderful tunes from mathematics. See y'all soon.
See ya.